everybody, welcome to your live watch along of Chelsea versus Fulham in the Premier League. It's Chelsea's game in hand. This is, so we need to get a win. So fingers crossed, let's go and get a result today, boys. Good, Chelsea!
Okay, here we go then, all set up for a significant evening in West London. Fulham are in form and eyeing up 6th spot. The Blues are feeling exactly that, but with hope for João Felix.
Good, Chelsea! Good, Chelsea! Good, Chelsea!
For Chelsea. Here we go. Lucy Ward and first, Darren Fletcher.
Thank you, Jake. Hello again, everybody. Well, it really is one of the, if not the most unique arrival point for the teams in the whole of the Premier League. Derby night in West London, and again with a critical look about it for Graham Potter and Chelsea.
Good, Chelsea!
Is a far cry from what Chelsea is used to, and there were the first public signs of stress from Potter after the
Good, Chelsea!
Manchester City in the FA Cup. It's been a tough 4 months or so as he tries to get it right at Stamford Bridge.
Good, Felix! Good, Joe!
Enormously talented, keen to impress, and starting tonight here.
Good, Joe Felix!
Fulham start the night 3 points above Chelsea in the Premier League table, having played 1 game more. And the story here couldn't be more different. Marco Silva's turned the best team in the Championship into a very good Premier League team, who will be within 4 points of the Champions League places with a victory here tonight. Craven Cottage remains a ground full of character as the modernisation continues, and Graham Potter strides out under the spotlight again.
Good, Chelsea!
The grounds are less than 2 miles apart, 2 clubs based in very affluent areas of London, 2 clubs fighting for West London pride here at the Cottage tonight. What a sight.
Nervous, but we just gotta keep.
So let's have a look
Guys,
at
the lineups, either side of me, you got the Fulham lineup below the Fulham badge, the starting 11, and below the Chelsea badge, the Chelsea 11 to start the game. And you also got underneath both, at the bottom of your screen, will be both of the substitutes for both Fulham and for Chelsea respectively. So hopefully we can go get the 3 points, boys. Good, Chelsea! Good, Chelsea! Good, Chelsea! Good, Chelsea!
the changes after the team that started the last Premier League match. Sterling and Pulisic are injured, Kukurea and Ziyech on the bench. Jamwinga, Lewis Hall and Mason Mount come in, along with João Felix. He arrived yesterday from Atletico Madrid and is given an immediate opportunity to improve an attack that's been struggling for goals, Lucy.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you look at Chelsea, they've had a lot of...
João Felix! 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 Good Felix, man!
The strongest thing about Fulham this season is they've got an obvious identity.
We just gotta watch out for Vinicius and don't give William any chances or Pereira any chances, and they know they can bury it.
Thank you, Lucy. Well, at 34, Willian has rolled back the years for Fulham this season after a difficult spell at Arsenal and a brief return to Brazil. He won 2 Premier Leagues, an FA Cup, the League Cup and the Europa League in 7 years at Chelsea. So is João Felix the man to change Chelsea's fortunes? He's here on loan from Atletico Madrid and straight into the team tonight. It's
Good, João!
from Diego Simeone
Good, João!
and Graham Potter. Well, the football world was heartbroken last week with the passing of the former Chelsea manager and Italian football giant Gianluca Vialli. He made West London his home, lit up grounds all around the world and left an indelible smile on the world of football. And we will remember Gianluca Vialli here tonight at Craven Cottage with applause.
legend. Jamwinga Viali. Watch out!
The perfect way to remember the great Jamwinga Viali. What a contrast it is down there tonight. Marco Silva's having a brilliant season with Fulham and his 4th attempt in the Premier League. His team are riding the crest of a wave at the moment. As for Chelsea, Todd Bowley says Graham Potter is here for the long term. Potter himself is desperate to see the results change in a positive way. Referee tonight is David Coote and John Brooks is the VAR. Craven Cottage under the lights is always a picturesque sight. It's situated on the banks of the River Thames and has been Fulham's home now for 126 years, 14 years longer than they've been playing games against Chelsea. Fulham are 7th, Chelsea 10th, and all eyes.
Game is underway. Chelsea versus Fulham. Come on, the mighty Blues.
You look at them, injuries have played a massive part. There are 10 or 11 players that probably play. The majority of those are probably getting the first 11. It's so difficult to deal with as a manager. But he's been given a task, hasn't he? A long-term project. They don't want to keep doing the new manager
Good,
process
Chelsea!
for 18 months. And this is a different Chelsea, whether the fans like it or not, unfortunately.
It's a relatively pleasant night here in West London in terms of temperature, but it's raining at kick-off. You can walk to Stamford Bridge in less than half an hour from here, and it's one of 12 London derbies the two clubs will play in the Premier League this season. It's the 85th game that the two sides have played against each other. It's going to be fascinating tonight, I think, Lucy, to see how Chelsea look in the back three, and more significantly, whether the inclusion tonight of Joao Felix is going to give them that attacking spark that's been absent.
Yeah, they don't take many shots, which they obviously always used to do. Creatively, they don't create chances, so I find it really hard to score goals. So he's the link player. He needs really an athletic number 9 to play with, but the squad is building, and we're hoping that Havertz gets in the goals, having someone like him behind.
There's Thiago Silva, very much the senior man in Chelsea's back three. Kalidou Koulibaly giving Kovacic an early touch.
Come on, boys!
Chelsea have won the last 7 games between the teams to start the night with 49 victories.
Guys, keep putting your question in the chat. Like, sub, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Chelsea versus Fulham. Joao Felix is in the starting lineup on his loan deal from Atletico Madrid. Good, Joao! Go on! Oh! Yes! Oh!
And then Lewis Hall, and what a moment that would have been. It's the first big save tonight for Bernd Leno in the Fulham goal, but that's what Joao Felix is.
Oh! Joao Felix! Why for the more players, man? It's been doing that most of the season. When we get Joao Felix, he goes into that. He had Tim Ream on smoke. He had Tim Ream on smoke.
It looked like he thought he wasn't going to score as he came across. It's a big chance for Chelsea, 2 big chances in Leno as usual in Fulham's goal.
Joao Felix. Oh. Come on, Joao.
Chelsea team tonight on merit. Started on Sunday against Manchester City. 5th appearance this season. He's come through the youth team.
Guys, keep putting your question in the chat, like, sub, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. During the stream, you will be getting highlights from this stream, so clips from specific moments during the stream. If any big moments happen, like we nearly score a goal or Fulham nearly score a goal, you get my reaction to it. You will also get the highlight from that moment. Defend! Well done.
He was patient in there, waiting to see what Bobby De Cordova-Reid was going to do. In the end, the patience paid off for Chelsea, but it was an opportunity down that side to get in behind them.
So guys, keep your questions coming. Chelsea versus Fulham in the Premier League. Come on, Chelsea! Keep your questions coming.
And they've only conceded 1 goal in that run. It's a different story though for Chelsea. They've lost 6 of 9 and they've found it virtually impossible to stop the goals going in. It's not
We can't defend for shite, and it's no disrespect to us as a football club. We just can't defend. Like at the moment, we can't defend for shit. It's like it's physically like naff. It's naff defending. But so far, come on, Chelsea! But so far, I'll say this now, Chelsea are actually playing not too bad. We're playing passes which we want to be doing. We're doing what we need to do at the moment, and so far I'm in a good mood because we've come out and started playing some slick play, and we had an opportunity.
On the front foot, scoring goals, getting themselves forward, and a delight to watch.
Trevor Chalobah in possession. He's starting tonight. His brother Nathaniel is.
So I am just quickly, folks, getting a clip out for you for the channel, and it is also go to the Football Lab Watch Along playlist, and you get all the clips from the streams will all be on there as on the channel itself.
Just showing his class. He probably knows that he's going to have a lot of a freer role in this Chelsea team. He can pick up really good position on the pitch. We know all about him and his tackling and what a difference he's made to this Fulham team.
Looking long.
Come on, Chelsea!
Tossing Adarabioyo. It's not the typical Brazilian touch from William. If you look at the head-to-head between the two sides, you can see just how difficult an assignment this often is for Fulham. It's been a very one-sided West London derby for quite some time now between these two, but you just wonder tonight whether Fulham's confidence and form, contrasting that to the confidence and form of Chelsea, might just pay off for them. Anthony Robinson hits Chalobah and spins behind. They wanted to appeal from the crowd for a penalty, but you're not likely to get one with a defender that close.
This is how Fulham develop their play. Fullbacks falling forward, and you've seen the quality of Robinson on this left-hand side, getting themselves out of the pitch.
Fulham's two central defenders, Adarabioyo and Ream, who have both scored this season, have gone in there. Corner taken by Andreas Pereira, and dealt with in there by the vastly experienced Thiago Silva.
Fulham have been so clever on set pieces and corners. They have particular corners that they like to work, obviously with Mitrovic not playing and to be a little bit clever, but Chelsea have struggled defending set pieces. One to watch tonight.
Pereira looking for the near post this time. Same solution provided for Chelsea.
So guys, keep putting your questions in the chat, like, sub and subscribe if you are new.
Lovely touch by Pereira, whipped in first time by Robinson. Vinicius! If anybody wants a goal tonight, it's him. He's got a gigantic pair of boots to fill in Alexander Mitrovic, but he was sharp there.
Yeah, he did well there, and that'll give him good feeling. It's a good first touch and the swivel and shot, and that's not far away. Like you say, Mitrovic is a key part. In fact, the whole Fulham team is built around getting the ball to him in front of goal, so a little bit of pressure on Vinicius tonight.
Reed didn't quite get there. Now we see the speed of Joao Felix. Caught there by Robinson. I think David Coote was considering bringing it back for the initial foul. And in actual fact, he's going to show the first yellow card tonight to Fulham's left back.
Yellow card, folks. 8 minutes in, Chelsea.
Felix, he knows that Robinson is quick, so all he did with his little run was get his body in the way of Robinson. Then it just meant that any sort of touch was going to go down. A little pull of the shirt.
Joao Felix.
It's frustrating for Robinson, but he just allowed Felix in front of him, and then there's always going to be contact.
It means that he's going to face a suspension now, Anthony Robinson, 5th yellow card of the season, so he's going to sit out the next league game that Fulham play. Chelsea with a set piece now, Lewis Hall and Mason Mount over the
Free kick for Fulham for Chelsea. That's a good ball. Oh, come on, Chelsea.
Kovacic was waiting
Go on.
for it.
And it's Joe! Oh! Unlucky feet, unlucky Joe!
Exactly been prolific in Atletico Madrid, but he's made a lively start here in the blue of Chelsea.
Yeah, it's a different type of team he's playing in now, and Graham Potter and the Chelsea fans watching will be pleased that the opening 9 or so minutes in this game, he's been involved the most in the attacking sense for Chelsea.
He's been in Madrid for 3.5 years, 34 goals in 131 matches, 5 for them this season, but he's got the ability to be a match winner, there's no doubt about that.
Come on, Joe! Come on, Chelsea!
It's the coming together between Pereira and Zakaria, 2 players who are going to see plenty of each other in central midfield tonight.
Yeah, Zakaria was tempted into that, he thought he could win it.
Yeah.
Clumsy in the end.
So guys, I hope you're enjoying the stream. You are getting clips at the same time as I'm streaming, because give you guys, if you can't watch the full stream, you're going to go and watch the clips as well.
Chelsea have had recently, they've only scored the first goal twice in their last 9 games. It's a problem that's been highlighted at Tottenham this season, but it's a Chelsea issue too. And their only clean sheet in their last 11 was at home to Bournemouth last month. They won 5 games in 16 days in October, but since then the form in general has been...
That's not a foul, ref.
Kovacic penalised for the foul there on Kenny Tete.
That ain't a foul. It's a bit annoying now, but that ain't a foul. Any day of the week, that ain't a foul. Come on, Chelsea.
Bobby B call over Reed on the move now for Fulham.
Well done, that's free.
The Chelsea captain. Reed. Robinson. Challenge.
Well done, Chalobah. That is not a foul. Referee.
Cheap foul that. He did well actually getting his body in the way. Vinicius. They've been a little bit more positive as well, haven't they, Fulham? They do throw players forward. Notice then, Darren, that it was just the 2 centre-backs just on the halfway line. So if Chelsea can...
So guys, keep putting your question in the chat, like, subscribe if you are new to the channel.
There, 2 appearances short now of 500 in the blue of Chelsea. Only 5 players have played more games for the club. John Hollins is next on the list. He's been a wonderful servant at Stamford Bridge. Free kick taken by Andreas Pereira. It's good defending in there by Kai Havertz.
Well done, just get it cleared, just get it cleared.
From set pieces has been top quality all season so far.
It's a good pair in there, Lucy, isn't it? When you think about Polinia, who came in as well in the summer, the defensive solidity he gives them, and then the flair of Pereira. There's the workaholic Harrison Reed in there as well. It's a very effective unit. William.
Come on, Chelsea.
Encouraging.
Fulham have got the ball in. Go on, Hall. Get rid of it. Get rid of it, Hall. Go on, Koulibaly. Well done. Well done. But then you give it back to Fulham. Ah.
A little bit loose for Koulibaly as well. Hall did well, but then give it straight back.
Go on, Hall.
There he is again, the teenager stepping
Go on, Joe.
Hey! With a yellow card, this time Andreas Pereira, and he's causing them problems.
Yeah, all these are just slight touches, and this is the type of player he is. He has to get his body in between.
Well done, Joe. Joe's doing well.
That from Pereira, just against that right leg, pushing both legs together. But
I never think we would have him playing for Chelsea, but even though it's on a loan deal, I never thought I would ever see him in a Chelsea shirt.
observation early on about Joao Felix. Lucy compared to
Oh,
him in the Champions
oh,
League.
oh,
Mount's played
oh!
chance to score. The
Offside.
was up, so
Ah!
but he was trying to ghost in behind them there, Joao Felix.
Yeah, it's good play.
Why do they have to decide the player to start playing? Why does it have to? Why does it have to take us to have a player come
When you see him play for
on,
Atletico Madrid, he's quite a very slow and patient game
on
that
loan?
Simeone's team
But
play,
it takes
seems
us
to be
that.
relishing
It
a
takes for
higher
one
tempo
player
at
to
the
come
moment
in
the Premier
for
League.
another player for us to literally start.
You can pick up positions, particularly in this formation where the two tens in possession. Chelsea behind Havertz have probably got license to go beyond and to come a little bit deeper and collect as well.
Hall's made a good start out there on the left-hand side. Runs into Tete though on this occasion. Now Bobby Decourt over Reed. Tidied up by Koulibaly.
Come on, Chelsea.
Chalabari to Joao Felix. Tim Reed.
Oh.
Lovely little flick there by William. Challenge was from Zakaria.
I think that was a fair challenge. I think that was a fair challenge. I think it was a fair challenge.
And they are going to take a look at this. John Brooks, the VAR.
There's nothing in that.
Now, my first thought that
He's just standing his ground.
just went down a little bit too early.
Look, he's standing his ground. He stood the leg in front, but he's not really done
Just
much.
stepping out and trying to get that touch, but it just looked like he went down Vinicius before the contact. A little nudge in the back, I think.
The new directives from Howard Webb, the head man at the PGMOL these days, is that he only wants VAR to get itself involved when he thinks there's been a miscarriage of justice out there. It didn't take too long to take a check at that, and we're back underway, but it's going to be interesting to see how VAR does now start to work, if they are going to be a little less keen to get involved.
Go on, Joe!
Joao Felix.
Oh!
In fact, was made in there by Mason Mount, his teammate. Then
Oh!
did take a Fulham touch. It's behind for the
Corner for Chelsea, folks. Come on!
I do think when they regain possession, when Fulham lose it, this is where Chelsea need to get forward quick, and you can see the bodies forward. You see Fulham out of shape, but he's trying to make a run and try and create space.
Mason Mount out to take it. They've sent all three centre-backs in there, Chelsea.
Come on, Chelsea.
Plenty of height.
Oh!
It was Thiago Silva.
Unlucky Thiago! Good ball in from Mason Mount. Thiago Silva with the header. Just a bit too high and wide of Bert Leno's goal. Still 0-0.
But an opportunity for Chelsea. They'll be, I think, happy with the start.
I wouldn't be surprised if he scores tonight.
Guys.
4 of his 5 goals for Chelsea have been in London derbies. Thiago Silva.
Put your question in the chat. Like, sub, and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
Relatively local. Here's Kalidou Koulibaly.
Come on, Chelsea. We're passing the ball around really well against Fulham. It's just we're not creating enough chances on target, which is the disappointing factor. But, guys, put down if you are a Chelsea fan. Put down if you're a Fulham fan.
Chelsea to get in between the lines, which obviously Felix is doing.
And vote who you think is going to win. Go on, Aspie! Go on, Mount! Corner, come on! Come on, Chelsea! Come on, Mount, put a good ball in the box. That's a ball. Header. Oh.
Important header in there from Joao Polinia.
Go on, Zhao.
Now for Joao Felix.
Oh. Come on, lads.
Dennis Zakaria and Trevor Chalobah. Robinson looking for the run there of Carlos Vinicius, but Chalobah was in a good position.
Come on, Chelsea.
This touch there was off Lewis Hall. Bobby decoyed over.
Come on, Chelsea.
For the Fulham corner.
Corner to Fulham, folks.
Plenty of goals from situations like this. The strength of their team. Only 2 teams in the Premier League have conceded more from corners this season than Chelsea. So, a potential opportunity here for the home side to try and take advantage of.
Come on, don't let him cross it in.
Harrison Reed can line this one up. Chalobah made the block in there for Chelsea.
Way!
There by Reed.
He has him so well drilled, Marco Silva.
Come on, boys. Come on, Chelsea.
Obviously, in the
Played
Championship,
about 21 minutes,
before,
folks.
it's
Chelsea
like,
0,
sort of
Fulham
safety net
0.
block, but we know exactly where to do, and they take the positions, the players, in that 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3 when they've got the ball from where the ball is, and they move really well as a unit. Lots of hours on the training pitch, 11v11.
Given away by Willian. Lewis Hall.
Come on, Chelsea. That's a ball. Oh, crap ball.
Kovacic.
Oh, what was he think? What was Kovacic thinking there?
Is in the width, how expansive they play, and it just creates little spaces inside.
Guys,
for
let's get some questions in the chat,
just
folks.
trying to keep everything in front of them.
Brian Potter down there, 8 wins and 6 defeats in his 18 games in charge. I think he impressed everybody in his 3 years at Brighton, and before that at Swansea and Ostersunds. Still retains the full support of the Chelsea hierarchy as he tries to work things out in his new surroundings.
Oh, come on, boys. We're better than this. Oh, what was that? That's regretted the throw-in and literally throw it out for a throw-in, for a goal kick to Fulham. Oh my God.
Thiago Silva just caught a knock in the face.
Oh, what are you doing?
Here's decoyed over Reed. It's the woodwork.
Fulham should be 1-0 up.
Willian trying to make a bit of room.
Fulham have just hit the bar.
Chelsea got away with one there. It just switched off a little bit after Thiago Silva got a knock from Carlos Vinicius, and they were so happy to see the ball come back off the woodwork.
Fulham just pounce on. And Chalobah being a little bit loose in possession. Vinicius has worked hard. He's got on the end of things. Gives.
What was he doing there? I have no idea. It was just shocking defending.
Chelsea were lucky as well that the ball just didn't come back out to a Fulham player.
There was a little pause in play as well as they just checked a potential handball in that whole sequence as well. And Bobby decoyed over Reed, who in the absence of Alexander Mitrovic tonight is the top scorer in the Premier League of the players out there tonight for Fulham. Tete's header.
Do Chelsea like causing? Even if you guys are Chelsea fans, hopefully you guys are not feeling as stressed as what I am right now, because at the moment we're making too many mistakes, too many errors.
Robinson. Andreas Pereira. Now Kenny Tete.
Well done, Hall. Get out.
William looking to change the angle.
1-0. William. Just inevitable. He was going to be the one to score. Well done, William. William has just scored for Fulham.
He got in a great position there. Willian, it managed to, it didn't look like Fulham that they had enough players in the box as the cross came across. He actually got a little bit of luck, didn't he? He did really well. It's a good cross. There's not enough players in the box as far as Fulham are concerned. But he's just looking for his chance and he gets that little bit of luck. Unlucky really for Chalobah, but it's all about the ball being in the back of the net. Just look like they're playing with confidence. They've chosen the moments to attack in the opening part of this game, and they have players that are on form, just like Willian.
The deflection certainly played a key part in the goal. Chalobah couldn't get the legs closed quickly enough. Willian's second goal for Fulham this season. The celebration from his manager. There was no celebration from Willian himself, but inside he must have been bursting with emotion, Lucy.
Absolutely. I mean, he's playing like the Willian at Chelsea, isn't he? You know, he's enjoying his football, playing in a team that gives him that space to be creative, to score goals, to get in good positions, and he's a player of real quality.
It's a familiar situation recently for Chelsea. They find themselves behind again. And all of the questions will be swirling around their manager, Graham Potter. These are difficult days for
Chelsea is dead, yeah. We are dead. We are dead, right? We're dead in the water. We just can't create anything.
They're happier that they look like they've got a player with a bit of creativity, a bit more quality that made them look a bit better, but it's a few individual mistakes at the back, a little bit of misfortune, and again they find themselves behind.
It's just annoying. Just guys, keep your questions coming to me and stuff like that. But
15th to the Premier League form table over the last 8 matches. The league's bottom 5 are the teams below them in that list. And despite generating 1 or 2 promising situations in this first half, they find themselves behind. And it's a
we are absolutely shocking.
Willian, 7 years at Chelsea, such a popular player at Stamford Bridge. And he's the man who's broken the deadlock here at Craven Cottage.
Fulham have got such a good, strong defensive shape. They're compact. When they see the opportunity, they get themselves forward. They've made sure that they've kept Chelsea.
So guys, keep your questions coming, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, get a post. Chelsea 0, Fulham 1.
Here's Mason Mount, run into Sharpolinia. It's a nice touch by Pereira to take him away from Kovacic, given away by Reed. Here's João.
Go on, João! Oh!
That's the chance, Chelsea. When they win the ball in that middle third or the final third, it's that first pass, and it's usually tonight into Felix. Thought he was going to go inside on his right foot.
Ah.
Just to put some emphasis on what a victory tonight would mean for Fulham. 2 victories in 43 years for them against Chelsea. There's a long way to go, but they've got the lead.
Listen, these Fulham fans are in dreamland this season. The team that they're watching, enjoyable to watch. Front foot, get themselves forward, score goals in exciting games, and they're above the neighbours in the table, so they'll be quite happy.
We just can't get going.
Havertz.
Go on, Mount!
Mount able to wriggle away there from Timry. This one.
Come on, Chelsea!
It'll give the home side plenty of heart as well. The fact they've taken the lead on a night where they don't have their talisman Alexander Mitrovic, because that was a huge question coming in tonight, how they cope without him.
Who was going to step up, getting the goals, but they just look confident when they're playing. They trust the system. They trust how they want to play. And like I say, I think just the choice of moments to get forward has been very good.
Thiago Silva's straight into Bernd Leno. Unfortunate there.
Go on, Hall.
Hall picking up the pieces. Kenny Tete with the challenge. Havertz onto Joao Felix. Run back well for Fulham. Right, Joao Polinia has made quite a name for himself in the Premier League this season by doing exactly that. Make sure you're with us at the weekend. We've got the Manchester derby live from Old Trafford, Saturday 11:30. Manchester United against Manchester City. Early kick-off on air from Old Trafford from 10 o'clock in the morning. And then the following week, another big one. Liverpool against Chelsea, Saturday the 21st of January. And that's on BT Sport 1 and Ultimate as well from 11:30. Fulham 1, Chelsea 0 under the floodlights here at Craven Cottage in this West London derby. Too much wrestling there. Trevor Chalobah on Carlos Vinicius, and a free kick given to Fulham.
Vinicius just used to make a nuisance of himself.
God, Chelsea, we're better than this.
Occupied centre-backs. He's been buzzing about, hasn't he? Made a nuisance of himself, had a shot.
Andreas Pereira on the set piece again. It's a great ball into a really good area.
Should be 2-0.
Somehow defended by Chelsea.
Should be 2-0 for them.
I think the offside flag was up anyway, but they weren't to know that. The Chelsea defence, who dealt with a very difficult situation quite brilliantly.
Absolutely. And what another great ball that is from Pereira on this left-hand side. It's just waited to be tapped in. Someone of a Fulham persuasion, but just ventured off, hadn't they?
Seems to love it here, doesn't he? Andreas Pereira, 4 loans while he was a Manchester United player, 8 years at the club, only played 75 times for them. But
this is ridiculous. This is just ridiculous how we're playing at the moment. It's ridiculous.
In this Fulham team this season.
It's sad.
Here they come again. Bobby D Cordova-Reid just not quite able to get onto that little through ball. Mason Mount. Aspilicueta. Lewis Hall. Koulibaly.
Go on, Chelsea!
Kovacic. Joao Felix in behind, couldn't get the
Oh!
anyway. Must say my initial thought was he has to be offside, and then eventually the flag goes up against him.
Yeah, but this is what Chelsea need. They need that width. They need Hall. Aspilicueta on the right hand side and Hall on the other side to just stretch this Fulham team, because they just stay beyond inside Chelsea's shape. But Felix is certainly looking a player that can make a difference. The creativity that he has for Chelsea.
Anthony Robinson, supported here by Tim Ream. He's played the most minutes for Fulham this season, the United States international. Might not be the most prolific striker up there, Carlos Vinicius, but he's a real physical presence, isn't he? A threat to those Chelsea central defenders. Reid with the early ball, Thiago Silva's header away, and then Koulibaly completes the clearance. Excellent work in there by Andreas Pereira.
This is just shocking. We can't even
Good work too by Havertz for
we can't even
Chelsea.
take two passes together.
Mount. Kovacic. Aspilicueta with plenty in the box to aim at. The two
Have a
forward
shot!
go into each
Oh!
other. And the shot from Hall took a deflection. That's an excellent save from Leno, because the ball moved after it struck it.
Tell you what,
Lewis Hall nearly scored again.
absolutely exceptional for Fulham this season, and he saw this really late. Struck by Hall, but just got a little bit of a touch off Tosin, and he had to react. The goalkeeper, really not much power on it, but he still had to move and keep it out.
Come on, Chelsea.
Chelsea with the corner. Thiago Koulibaly, Chalobah in there. There's plenty of height in there where you're factoring Kai Havertz as well and Dennis Zakaria. It's a good header in there by Tosin Adarabioyo. Kovacic. That would have been special.
Come on, Chelsea.
Acrobatic, technically excellent, just caught it a little bit underneath it. But, I mean, Chelsea have got themselves up the pitch.
Yeah, that's correct, mate. Come on, Chelsea. Even though we're losing, we're actually playing not too bad. Felix is doing his part. He's playing around, doing what he needs to do. Our best player so far is Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall's had two of our best chances.
The penalty area with blue shirts. We've not seen a great deal of that so far. The number of Chelsea players that were in the Fulham box on the previous
But we
attack.
just need to keep going.
You say use the width better, Chelsea. This shape lends itself to wing backs getting themselves forward, and the likes of Mount and Felix getting further, going beyond.
That is not a foul!
Went in hard. Chalobah might have been over the ball. David Cooks reached for the yellow card.
That is not a foul.
Joao Polini, the player who felt it. I mean, my impression is that he was making a genuine attempt to try and win the ball, but it was such a confined space and things were happening really quickly there. And as you can see, he's managed to get the studs on the ground, which has probably saved him there, Lucy.
Yeah, I think that it wasn't particularly high. He sort of lunged a little bit into it, but quite low.
Go on, Chelsea. Go on, Chelsea. Go on, Chelsea.
Peter watching all of the decisions for us tonight on BT Sport. Was it the fact that he managed to get the foot back on the ground so quickly, Peter, there, that went in his favour?
Yes, indeed. I mean, many times we see players just losing control of the ball and sort of lunging at the last moment and having a late challenge. That was a typical example there where Chalobah does lunge for the ball, misses it, catches the man, but low on the fact of the top of the player's foot. It's not a red card, but it's still a reckless challenge and deserving of a yellow.
Come on, Chelsea.
Thank you, Peter. He's a man at the moment, Lucy, with the weight of the world on his shoulders. A very talented coach.
Weight of the world on his shoulders. Graham Potter is a git. The guy does not deserve to manage this club. This guy is causing us to be a laughing stock.
Technical areas a lonely place for a manager when his team is struggling, but he's not managed to get a foothold in this team in terms of having the players
Because the
that
guy
he's
doesn't
available
understand.
for
The
some
guy does not know his formation. He doesn't know what plays to play. The guy is literally clueless. The guy is senile.
Just trying to patch the team up and send them
The
out
guy's
there.
just crazy. The guy just likes changing his formation week in, week out. The guy's mad. The guy is on smoke.
So the injury list that includes the likes of Chilwell, Fofana, James, Kante.
Go on, Havertz.
Sterling. It's a patched up group at the moment, although there's still plenty of talent out there for Chelsea. Here's
Go on,
Havertz,
Kai.
looking to make something happen. Good defending by Reed.
SBO!
Came onto it. And Tim Ream, the Fulham captain, with the block, and it spins behind for the Chelsea corner.
Okay, Aspie.
Keep playing by Havertz again. Felix is involved.
Guys, keep putting your questions in the chat. Like, sub, and subscribe if you are new.
Havertz does all right here, trying to pick out a player, but you see how many Fulham players get back and defend. Certainly committed to that.
Come on, Chelsea.
Mount's gone for the near post. Only found the head of Kenny Tete.
What is that, keeper? Looking past the ball to a team player in blue. We are wearing blue. We're not wearing white.
make sure you're with us tomorrow night, 7:30. Big game in Italy.
Oi, Napoli versus Juventus. No, gives me an update for you guys. The next stream after this is tomorrow night for Serie A between Napoli and Juventus in Serie A. Hopefully, at least one of them gets the win. Hopefully. But that's your next stream. Some live watch on tomorrow is of Napoli versus Juventus. Oh God, I'm going to be moaning at Federico Chiesa shite.
Carlos Vinicius challenged there by Chalobah.
Come on, Chelsea! Well done, Koulibaly! Go on, Havertz!
Running after it.
Show us, Havertz! Show us, Havertz! Havertz! Felix! Oh!
Plenty of power from Joao Felix, but it's in a good area for the goalkeeper to get down and save it. Joao Polinia. Harrison Reed had the referee and Kovacic to deal with there. In all fairness to the Fulham number 6, he had nowhere to go.
I'm not sure that was a free kick. The referee just turned his back, but Havertz again just making a nuisance of himself. Managed to get his body in the way. This is a good strike. Really little backlift from Felix, but again, Leno. Well, Fulham tend to give up chances, but because he's so good, he's making sure that they're winning games rather than losing games, which we saw quite a lot of the last time they were in the Premier League.
Come on, Chelsea!
Carlos Vinicius urging William to run after it. Koulibaly hits it straight at Chalobah. There's Bobby Decourt over Reed.
Come on, defend!
Andreas Pereira. William.
Oh, referee, I blow it up for everything you do.
Creeping into Chelsea.
Absolutely, I think Fulham are full of themselves in terms of, they get the ball moving quickly from throw-ins, they're football bright. I think over Reed then gets himself forward from the throw-in, and it look like they're enjoying themselves out there, whereas the Chelsea players, it's not a nice period of time to be out there.
This is just about the same spot where we saw that wonderful ball in from Andreas Pereira the last time Fulham had a free kick. Comes in with a lot of pace and a lot of bend in towards Kepa's goal. There's another one. It's well defended in there by Kai Havertz. He strikes the ball so well, doesn't he, in situations like that.
Guys, really playing absolutely shocking.
Like Carvalho from last season when he left, and he's done so really clever on the ball, set piece, dead ball situations, pops up with a goal, but so busy just behind the 9, whoever that may be.
Space here for Tosin Adarabioyo. Koulibaly ended up having to step in. Tremendous work rate about this Fulham team when they're out of possession. Quality in the team as well when they've got the ball. Here's Harrison Reed. Andreas Pereira. The best of passes by him though, straight to Chalobah. Given away now.
Oh my God! We can't pass for shite!
William. I fancy another crack, William. Then he goes to Bobby Decourt over Reed. Now Kenny Tete. Carlos Vinicius the target. And Kepa needed some help from Thiago Silva to get the ball away.
I'm not sure whether Kepa was expecting that header to have a little bit more power in it, but Fulham win the ball high up the pitch a lot. Just a stretch, wasn't it? And Thiago Silva just watching, he couldn't really get enough on that. Fulham so many times down in this first half choose to jump.
We
to
are
press.
appalling, man.
Chelsea
This is
high up the
appalling.
pitch, win it back, and all of a sudden they're on top of goal, and it works so well for them.
Yeah, it's been a familiar route for lots of teams who have played Chelsea in recent matches. The press has been a real problem for them. And we're seeing that again tonight from Fulham. I think you'd say as well, I mean, watch 44 minutes of this match so far. It's been a cameo, really, of Chelsea's recent problems all rolled in to what we've seen up to now. And they've got another deficit to come back from. Tim Ream. Willian, the goal scorer. Barley over there to win it back again.
Sorry if I'm not speaking at the moment, folks. We're not playing that well. We are literally shocking. Left from front to back, we just can't do anything. We just can't do anything.
Aspilicueta. 3 minutes to be added on.
3 minutes of added on time at the end of the first half. 3 minutes.
Thiago Silva there first. Smashed away for Fulham by Ream. Koulibaly put himself under pressure there.
Done that a couple of times in this half. You're not going to get time on the ball.
That is not a foul.
Chelsea will put you under pressure, so letting it bounce. And we talked about players not being informed that could be informed for Chelsea that have contributed to the run. There's been some bright spots. Yeah, sorry, Darren. There's been some bright spots for Chelsea involving Felix.
You can see the first half match stats heavily weighted in Chelsea's favour in terms of what they've been able to generate, but the all-important moment, the Willian goal. Graham Potter's going to be the manager heading into half-time with a problem to solve. Koulibaly into Mount. Felix, challenge for Fulham by Kenny Tete. Here's Robinson. Be a great deal closer to any pitch in the Premier League than the fans are in the stand over there. Literally a yard away from the player taking the throw in. Almost feel like you're part of the game when you sit in the stand on that side. Bobby D Cordova-Reid. Tete, who'd been out with a hamstring problem for a while, when he came back on Saturday, and straight back into Premier League action for Fulham tonight. Well, there's half-time. The whistle greeted by a big roar inside Craven Cottage. And there's more problems here for Graham Potter and Chelsea.
Half-time, Chelsea 0, Fulham 1, folks.
Felix on his debut had one or two nice moments in the first half, trying to be the Chelsea spark plug. But the all-important moment belonged to a former Chelsea man, Willian, who spent 7 years at Stamford Bridge with a goal that went past Kepa Arrizabalaga after a big deflection off Trevor Chalobah. And it's Fulham who lead at half-time. Fulham 1, Chelsea 0.
I'll do a poll in the chat for you folks. Get your questions in the chat, like, sub, and subscribe if you're new, because I could do that. I could do with someone getting involved right now. Just doing a there you go, folks. That's for you guys to vote in the chat. What do you guys think of Chelsea's first half performance? Go and put in the poll what you guys think of Chelsea's first half performance. I'm absolutely not in the best mood, folks. So guys, go and vote in the poll in the chat. Like, sub, and subscribe if you are new. It'd be good to hear your views. So, at the moment, folks, I'm just eating to drown my sorrows at the moment because of, sorry about that, but it's when we're playing rubbish at the moment. You need anything.
Welcome back. Before we reflect on that first half, let me just remind you about a big night in Wembley. Anthony Yard taking on the biggest challenge of his career in the shape of WBC, WBO and IBF champion, the Turbiev. That's exclusively live on Saturday, January the 28th. You do not want to miss this one. It is a massive night for Anthony Yard, BT Sport 1 and BT Sport Ultimate. We've got Joe, Peter and Gary with us for the game this evening. Look, before we look at what happened in the first half, you can feel Chelsea's frustration. It's a brilliant game, but you can also feel the confidence from Fulham out there at the moment, can't you?
Yeah, without doubt. I think they soaked up some of the initial pressure that Chelsea put on, and they've been able to hit them on the break. And they'll kind of Reed hit the bar, and then they got the deserved goal.
Tell us what you think about Chelsea's defending for not just the Fulham goal, but there was a couple of threats before that, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was. I think Chelsea started well in the game. But as you can see, I think the chances that Fulham had was mistakes from Chelsea there. You see the header, be disappointed with that, obviously. They hit the crossbar with this one. And we spoke before the game about this whole being such a prospect for the future. But I think initially did great defending. You can't take them chances in that area of the pitch, so I think he'll be disappointed. And that'll be a harsh lesson for the young boy.
Quality finish from a quality player.
Yeah, quality finish. I mean, you know what he's going to do there, but the problem comes here. I mean, young Lewis Hall, you know, he's a young, talented player, but he's going to make mistakes like this at times at that age. He should be clearing the ball. Chalobah in this situation would be a better contact. You can lift it, and then William's always going to cut inside. He gets a fortunate deflection, but he's been good, William. You know, he's looked bright, he's looked sharp alongside Pereira floating down this side, and Robinson had caused Chelsea all sorts of trouble.
No, look, it's
So guys, vote on the ball in the chat.
Chelsea are losing games of football. The pressure's on Graham Potter.
Graham Potter, can you just get the sack right away?
You look at the game that we're watching. There is so much good stuff as well out there from Chelsea going forward.
Yeah, there is. The front three look really dangerous for Havertz, Mount especially, and João Felix, for some of the touches we've seen on this little nutmeg was fantastic, but just not enough conviction in the finishing. Havertz there, just not enough conviction, and Hall again with not a great finish.
Yeah, I mean, he's had great movement. He's floated in between the lines. He's played on this little channel just to the left of Havertz, and the balls. It's been very much a story. Chelsea in between the two penalty boxes, outstanding. And then it's been a nervy.
I'm just a bit annoyed, folks. I'm just annoyed.
They've been runners, they've been probing, there's been chances. You know, but look, this is the sort of thing here. Just not quite as clean as he would have liked, but he's been busy enough, and Graham Potter there applauding some of the football. But it's just the fine details of the margins in football. Both boxes, Chelsea just not getting right.
I think we spoke about Felix as well before the game, saying it could be a gamble, and I think it's been far from that. It looks a big threat to Chelsea, looks comfortable out there. And yeah, it looks like he's the one that they need to get on the ball to change this game.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much for now. So it's Fulham in control at the moment, as it stands, heading above Liverpool in the Premier League. And Willian is the 26th former Chelsea player to score against them. That's more than any other Premier League team. What can Graham Potter
I'm absolutely annoyed right now. Come on, Chelsea. Score in the second half. Come on, Charles.
Welcome back. A massive weekend of European rugby is coming up on BT Sport this weekend. Round 3 from the Champions Cup. Every match live across the weekend, starting tomorrow with Clermont against Leicester. There's the man who got the only goal in that first half, Willian, making his way out with Fulham. If Fulham hang on, they'll have more points after 19 games than they managed in the whole of their last Premier League season. Can they do it? Let's find out with Darren Fletcher and Lucy Ward.
Thank you, Jay. So the team's out there for the second half. He was the star of the show for Fulham in the first half. Willian, who scored the only goal, to do with deflection of Trevor Chalobah, but the trademark goal from Willian in many ways, as the fellas were saying at half-time, loves to cut in from that left-hand side, use his right foot to the kind of effect we saw. One or two nice moments in the first half for Joao Felix, but you feel that he needs a bit more support up there for Chelsea. The goal that Willian scored is only the third goal that Fulham have managed against Chelsea in the last 8 meetings. And when you look at Chelsea in general, their last away win in the Premier League was at Villa in mid-October. They picked up 2 points from the subsequent 4 away matches at Brentford, Brighton, Newcastle and Nottingham Forest. And it's Marco Silva's side at the moment who hold the league. What do you think the main areas are, Lucy, where Chelsea need to improve in the second half?
Well, if you're doing a golf analogy, tee to green, they're very good, they pass it well, but it's just that end product. I think Felix is adding some really elite touches. I think at times some of the players are not confident because they're struggling for form. But probably a little bit unlucky that they didn't score, but I think Fulham are full of confidence at home. They know exactly what they're doing in terms of jumping forward, getting players forward.
Second half is underway, folks. Chelsea 0, Fulham 1.
Marco Silva or Graham Potter have made any half-time changes. First header of the second half there for Kenny Tete. It's a foul by Harrison Reed. It's his 50th Premier League start tonight. Harrison Reed. Driven forward there by Thiago Silva, flicked away by Anthony Robinson.
Spear.
There's Kovacic, Joao Felix.
I've already seen Hall and that's
Come on, Chelsea!
really wide, trying to flatten the wide players for Fulham. That's what they need to do.
Go on, Hall! Hey!
To find a way through there, and he was impeded in the process. So a free kick here in a decent position early in this second half for Chelsea.
If the wing backs cat and mouse, and down that side and try and push on. It's a brave thing to do, really. Flatten out. Over Reed on that right hand side. Then
I think one of our best runners we've had come out of our academy for a while since Reece James and all that amount. Oh, you fucking cunt! Go! That's a goal! Goal! Stay! Fucking go the... Oh, thank the Lord! We've had to score the goal! I can't believe it! We actually can score! We actually can score, but we have to score a shit goal. Oh my God, we have to score the most shittest goal in the world just to score a goal. Senegalese tank! Getting Koulibaly!
It's a good finish, instinctive finish from Koulibaly, and exactly what Chelsea wanted. He actually kept it out after it hit the post. Leno in the first instance.
Well, the check on the goal is complete. And he tried his best, Bernd Leno, to keep it out, but he's the man for the derby.
Oh my God, I never thought we were going to score in this game.
And he's got them back on terms, Chelsea. We raved in the first half about the ability of Andreas Pereira from set pieces. That was equally as good from Mason Mount.
Yeah, Mason Mount.
Oh my God, I never think our fans would be singing that.
He looks quite fatigued, but he's a special player, and I think that is what he's all
Now
about.
get the ball to João Felix and let him do his magic. Go on, Kaya.
Let's see how that Chelsea goal changes the complexion of things here. Certainly gives them a giant injection of confidence right at the start of this second half.
I'm surprised he's the one to score the goal.
Here's William.
Big Senegalese unit.
Space now for Reed. Now decoyed over Reed.
Yeah.
Okay. Defended by Hall. João Felix. Reed there ahead of Havertz, supported here by Anthony Robinson.
A lot of credit for that goal goes to our best player on that pitch, which is Lewis Hall, because he got the free kick that caused it. I can't believe I'm saying. Yeah, I still can't believe I'm saying is that our best player is an 18-year-old.
They don't chase, they've conceded.
and that's a surprise, because usually
Tough by Chelsea.
your best players are the ones with experience.
Koulibaly on by Mason Mount to João Felix. It's a foul.
That's number foul. Thank you very much, ref.
Suppose, Lucy, when you get a goal as quickly as that after half time, whatever you've spoken about during the break, if you are trailing, it just kind of reinforces what the manager said and gives you that boost that you're looking for.
They did start on the front foot and wing back.
And it's just typical that an ex-player scores against us yet again.
And that's all a positive for Chelsea.
Oh, good football. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky, Felix. Unlucky.
Doesn't lack for power in situations like that, but again, straight at Leno.
Not afraid to have a shot, and I think this is he gets so much power with very little backlift, and sometimes you can catch goalkeepers out, but straight at Leno.
You need to do that more closer to the goal. Then you can actually give him a bit of something to think about.
And Thiago Silva.
Oh, you cheeky little Vinicius!
As he can. Just caught Silva there. And managed the ball in from Mason Mount. Just managed to get the gap just behind Willian, who was stood in a one-man wall. Obviously, it went over the line. He breathes a sigh of relief.
Sigh of relief. Graham Potter knows his sigh of relief. The guy should be sacked already. The guy should be singing his hook in that another club.
Koulibaly was at Napoli for 8 years before joining Chelsea in the summer, starting his 5th successive Premier League match, and now has his 2nd Chelsea goal. Kovacic challenged by Reed. Harrison Reed with a bit of space. They'll play the advantage here because Tete was caught. Bobby D called over Reed, back to Joao Polina.
Let's go and get a winner, please, but I don't doubt it.
Reed.
Come on. Oh, Chalobah. Hopefully we can go and get a winner, but I highly doubt it.
Slightly challenge coming in then from Koulibaly. Here's Kovacic for Chelsea. Joao Felix.
I just know this team inside out.
He's been superb at finding the space.
Oh, offside.
Joao
Stay
Felix.
onside.
Offside flag up there against Lewis Hall.
Just needs support quicker. Felix just had to hang around there, waiting for Hall to come. And
That's why I say I hope we get it, but I highly doubt it because I know what this team's like. We start playing one and somehow it backfires on us all the time.
So Chelsea fans in full voice now. Their team back on terms.
Come on.
Through Koulibaly. That's a good ball for Andres.
Oh my God. No.
Into the box. Andres Pereira went for goal himself.
Fucking hell.
Took a deflection. Fulham get the corner, but they were opened up down that side.
Oh, Chalobah, you absolute waste of space.
Pereira gets in that gap between the wide centre back and the wing back.
Fulham nearly went and scored again because of Chalobah literally gave Pereira literally the whole pitch to run on.
In go the Fulham central defenders. Pereira's corner.
Get it out.
Here's Dennis Zakaria.
Well done.
Kai Havertz. Mason Mount might be the ball.
There's a ball. Oh my fucking God. Get him off the pitch. Get this cunt off the pitch. Get him off the pitch. Oh my God. This guy's an embarrassment. Oh my God. This guy, Graham Potter, do the right thing and get this guy off the pitch. This guy's a liability right now. And we got a player down as well. Yep, someone's having to come on. And look, and it's the player you like for Chelsea's. Dennis Zakaria's gone down. No, but I don't even know what happened. Even the commentators don't even know what's happened because they were paying more attention to what was happening further on up the pitch.
This is how it happened.
Oh my God! Fuck off with the same fucking injuries to every bastard player on this team. Another one who's got an hamstring injury. How many more do we want with hamstring injuries? Oh, yeah, we've lost. There we go. 3 points gone. We've lost. Fulham, go up. You can have your 3 points now, Fulham. There you go. We've lost. We've lost. I don't. Yep. We're done. We're fucking done. Stupid slow count's coming on. Jorginho. But he's the one that slows the play down. If we need to go forward, he's the one that slows it down. When at this moment in time, we're not in the right frame of mind to be slowing play down.
Had to wait a while, didn't he, Dennis Zakaria, to get an opportunity? He was given the chance in the Champions League.
And also, great point. Take the other liability off, which is Kai Havertz. That guy, you have it. Kai Havertz, you off the pitch. You're a liability. Because Mason Mount was literally free. All he had to do was pull a cross in, and he literally... Oh, it was just horrible. Literally, Mount was in such free space. If he got the ball, he would have been through. Kai Havertz did decide to cross the ball into him and just got the ball stuck under his feet. And the ball went out for a throw-in.
Think about the league position, people kind of focus on the number of points.
That just sums up Chelsea Football Club at the moment.
5 teams between them and the top 4, because you need a lot of things to go in your favour in a situation like that where you've got a lot of clubs between you and where you want to be.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're glad you didn't watch. You're glad you didn't watch that because it wasn't good.
About getting 3 points in games. They've done all right tonight, and maybe a little bit of
We were shocking.
their way to get the win, but
Yeah, he's off. He's off. He's off. He's off. He's off. He's off. He's gone. That is a bad challenge. He's got to be sent off for that. If he's not, then I'll be shocked. Because he should be off for that. And that's me. Nah. Even though you don't want your players getting sent off, he deserves to be sent off for that challenge. It is disgraceful. He's gone. Oh my God. Wait, do you know who's off? João Felix on debut sent off. When you see the challenge, you will say that is disgusting. As soon as I saw that, I already knew he was gone. As soon as he was going in for the challenge, he's gone.
No intention there, of course, but he lunges in, and what he's done there is...
But you know the weird thing? He went for the ball. Even Peter Walwyn said he went for the ball, but because he missed the ball by a few seconds and got the player, that's why he's off. If he touched the ball and then the player, he wouldn't be off.
Looked at by VAR, of course, because it's a send-off. However, this for me is the correct decision.
Do you know what that means? He will not be playing against Liverpool, which we could have needed him for. So basically, we've just lost to Liverpool. We're fucked for 3 games because of. And funnily enough, he's been our best player on the pitch. One of our best players.
And the fact is, it was a dangerous position. He's endangered the safety of the player, and as the law book says, we've seen.
You do whatever you can to try and get the ball, but it was in that moment. It's just unfortunately the player tapped the ball before he could get a touch into it to knock it away from him.
What you can do on your debut and being fired up and determined to make an impact, you've got to keep your discipline as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
That guy,
watching it there for
a lot of our fans said he.
Yeah. And you can't do that. Can't do that nowadays. You can't.
Yeah, because he was the one player I was going to give him a leeway because he's after 5 months he's basically buggering off anyway.
It's an uphill task now for them, and he's been the bright spark, and that is unfortunate not only for today's game but the games that he'll miss.
Yeah.
It's also 3 games he's going to miss as well now with the straight red, so that's a player brought in on a loan until
We bought a player on so basically now we got to go out on the market and basically get someone else. Theoretically, if that's the case, if that's going to keep happening.
I bet Chelsea fans just look at this and they cannot believe what's happening. It's injuries, red cards.
How funny is that we get we've literally within about 2 or 3 minutes we've had a sending off and a player injured. Great.
Before that red card, so it's a couple of key situations that have occurred now for Chelsea in a short space of time. Zakaria injured.
Can we do the right thing and can we end the season tonight?
What on earth he's got to do to get things turned around here?
Absolutely. I mean, he's had bad luck, but we've seen his team play well at times tonight. But again, they're now in a situation where they're a man down and Fulham will have to change their mindset in terms of the win.
Oh, how funny is this? João Felix got sent off against Fulham. He's going to miss our own game against Fulham.
Responsibility for the way the team have been playing, but a lot of things have conspired against him as well since he's been the Chelsea manager. Free kick to Chelsea, foul on Mason Mount. Quetta, Chalobah, Thiago Silva. There's Jorginho, Kovacic. Time back there for Tosin Adarabioyo, but Havertz was working hard for Chelsea.
Havertz working hard? I never thought I'd see that. I never hear anyone say that. That guy hardly runs.
Yeah, when he gets further up the pitch, it shows the quality that he's got. delivering ball into the box, whether it's he's keeping his width. Chelsea again win the ball up high, and this is what they need to be careful of. But they've got players up the pitch. It's good passing sequence and got themselves a corner.
See whether Mason Mount can find the kind of delivery that we saw from him that led to the Koulibaly equaliser on the corner this time. In towards the goal scorer. Kovacic losing out to William. Fulham looking to counter-attack here. Big Cordova-Reid fouled by Hall. He's going to get a booking too.
So just desperately trying to recover well and stop that ball forward. Completely got it wrong. Cordova-Reid gets to it first, but just have to keep their heads, Chelsea. As compact as they possibly can, and then just look for those out balls. So they need the runners, whether Graham Potter makes any changes.
The last time that Fulham stayed up in the Premier League was back in 2013. Martin Jol was the manager. There was another Eastern European scoring the goals that season, Dimitar Berbatov. It's been Alexander Mitrovic this season, but well on course to maintaining their Premier League status. Well, let's have a look at the straight red card that David Coop showed to João Felix.
There's absolutely no doubt whatsoever. On first thought, I'm not sure about the contact, but then you can see there, I think he followed through, no real suggestion that he was going to bend his leg and try and stop that contact. Over exuberance, reckless, and cost him a few games as well.
Chelsea, though, dominating the ball at the moment. It's Hall.
Like I said, Dan, it's a different mindset now for Fulham because the 3 points are there. That, you know, that one more man, they can go for it, but it's not quite as easy as that when the team with 10 men set up, compact, and pass the ball well. And Chelsea have kept the ball well the last few minutes since the sending off.
Time for one or two in blue to show their class and experience in a situation like this. Here's Mason Mount. Kai Havertz.
Go on, Havertz! Oh!
And an important save in the end as well by Bernd Leno.
Some really clever combinations down this left-hand side. Havertz pops up. Mount again. He stepped up in the second half. I don't think he got a touch there in between Havertz, but again Leno comes out, engages Havertz. Difficult for him to score there. I think he got that in the face.
Yeah, saving it with any part of his body. Fulham goalkeeper just needed a moment just to regather his thoughts. Mason Mount out to take the Chelsea corner. Headed away by Tosin Adarabioyo.
Just our luck that we would get someone sent off.
Chase on here for Aspilicueta. Former teammate William was over there with him. Fulham preparing a double change. They're going to send on Harry Wilson and Tom Kearney.
Oh, not Harry Wilson, shite.
There's Kovacic. Hall. Tim Ream stepping in for Fulham. Here's Robinson. And now William. That's a foul by Chalobah.
Oh, come on, you need to stop giving fouls away.
Fulham got the chance now to commit players forward, to throw players forward and commit to the press when Chelsea have it.
Two Fulham substitutes just about ready. changes are going to be for Harrison Reed and Bobby de Cordova-Reid. That's it, Tim Ream. Didn't know a great deal about it.
It was a great run by Tim Ream. I think it might have been the back of his head or his shoulder.
Tell you what, Lucy, he's Mr. Dependable here. Started every Premier League match this season. In fact, he's starting his 67th successive league match for Fulham. Away by Jorginho. Chalobah looking for Havertz.
Thank you, ref. You've actually given us something.
It's a difficult one for Havertz to hold. Didn't really have to force that. No one really around Havertz.
Confirmation of the changes. The night over for Bobby de Cordova-Reid and for Harrison Reed as well. Harry Wilson on. And Tom Kearney on as well. He's the only Fulham player who's played in every match that they've been involved in this season, but he's now come off the bench 18 times for them, so his role has been clearly defined this season by Marco Silva.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Kearney's got the craft. He looks after the ball well, and when you've got a player over, he's a player you need on the pitch in terms of his quality on the ball. His passing range has been used a number of times from the bench, and starting the season for Fulham, he has that quality and that extra edge.
Bernd Leno taking responsibility for the situation. Kovacic to Havertz and then Jorginho.
Come on. Come on, get out of the field.
Jorginho's layoff, Robinson defended it. Here's Kovacic.
Oh, kicks it into no man's land.
Head of Aspilicueta this time. Willian. Looking for the return ball to Robinson, defended there by Chalobah, but they were flowing down that side on the counter-attack, Fulham.
Yeah, it's all about combinations for Fulham in wide areas. They got the goal from it, and the full-back and the wide midfielder worked really well.
Harry Wilson. Tete. Kearney. Anthony Robinson. Straight to Hall.
Oh, come on, do something.
Given away there by Tim Ream. Kai Havertz.
Oh my God, look where you're passing.
Incentive for Fulham to find a winning goal here tonight. If they can't get the victory, they'd be within 4 points of the Champions League places, when you think that all the focus at the start of the season was on staying up. Whipped in there by Pereira. Carlos Vinicius couldn't gather the ball. It's an opportunity again there that they've managed to generate. He's involved in pretty much everything they do that's good in an attacking sense, isn't he, Andreas Pereira?
Absolutely. You know, when they're out of possession, he goes and joins with a striker. Then when they have possession, he goes forward as an eight, so he's all over the place, really. It's so creative. I don't think Marco Silva will be happy with what he's seen from his team since the sending off, Darren, because, you know, they haven't really committed to the press on Chelsea, even though they've got the extra man, and now because Chelsea are a little bit more compact, they haven't really got themselves forward either.
Come on.
Kenny Tete, supported
What?
by Wilson.
Come on, defend.
Polinia, Timreen, now William. Looked in by Pereira, Carlos Vinicius.
Oh my God! It's ex-Spurs player Carlos Vinicius.
No Mitrovic, no problem. Fulham back in front of the West London derby.
Find out in a minute.
Carlos
Carlos Vinicius.
And it could be vital for them.
Tell you what, it's a combination of a great ball in, but also Vinicius' movement was brilliant. He got between the two centre backs really, really well. It's such a clever move from him.
Well, it might have been him on the end of it. Instead, it's him. Mitrovic looking on. Carlos Vinicius with the finish. But what a ball.
I'm just trying to have a look.
Terrific ball again.
Ah! 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 That! It's two of them because he literally jumped in the middle between Thiago Silva and Chalobah. So basically, yeah. But still, yeah. I'm just blaming the old defence because if our old defence plays well, then they don't get through and these don't happen. So it's basically the whole defence is the whole defence is just shite.
Celebration from Marco Silva and Lewis Bowen-Morte tells you just
Come on, let's go on.
Here's Mason Mount trying to
Oh, Mount! Fuck you off.
keep the ball in play. Fulham have got themselves back ahead here against the 10 men of Chelsea.
Except the only thing is, Todd Bowley said he's here for the long run.
Just the whip of the ball in. He came and then he was in no man's land.
His contract's 5 years. 5 years. If we play like this for 5 years, and we're like this, we're not going to be in the Premier League. We'll be in the Championship.
Here they come again. Harry Wilson.
Because John Terry is the manager of the under-21s, and they're second in their league.
Fulham bench, and you wonder if Chelsea now needing to push on and look for an equaliser.
He's the one who puts Amari Hutchinson up front for the academy
That might be significant at some stage.
due to his pace, and it seems to work.
He's a spare man now. He can pick up positions and pick passes out. Just allows Fulham to get themselves at the pitch, which they hadn't really done since the sending off. A little bit more measured now with a build.
Craven Cottage in full voice. Fulham's turn to be the noisy neighbours. Foul there by Mason Mount. He's going to get a yellow card.
Very obvious.
Oh, this is just shocking.
Mason Mount releases the ball quickly.
There's no point even us going to Anfield because we'll just end up losing. But also Liverpool can't win either.
Of course, the key result is the fact that they find it so hard to beat Chelsea. That's the one that they really want to win. And it would solidify their very strong position as it stands in the Premier League table.
They've shown numerous ways to win games this season by set pieces, from being resilient, and set pieces against Southampton, won them the game. You know, the passing patterns that they work on against Crystal Palace, and you know, they've been dogged today and scored 2 good goals.
It's an example of just how good the recruitment was in the summer as well. When you think that Willian came in on deadline day after Manor Solomon was injured. Andres Pereira, João Polinia, Carlos Vinicius, you know, players who have come in, who have been recruited, have made all the difference to the team that was outstanding in the Championship last season. But
We cannot pass the ball for shit now.
Very good Premier League team all around.
Absolutely well drilled. And I think there's a few players, as well as the manager, who've broken preconceived perceptions about them. I think Marco Silva has certainly done that as well, leading this team well. But you know, Mitrovic scoring goals in the Premier League, players stepping up, Harrison Reed improving his game. Really good recruitment as well, like you say, Darren.
We think there might be a double Chelsea change on the way. Conor Gallagher, Carney Chukwuemeka.
Great! Great! This gets even fucking worse. We got Aubameyang on the bench. We haven't got a proper out-and-out goal scorer to score as a fucking goal. And you're yet again leaving him on the fucking bench. Letting go by the fucking Barcelona. Because that guy's a waste of fucking space. No, the manager's a waste of fucking space.
Willian spots that. Here's Carlos Vinicius. Back in towards Willian. And it was good defending.
I wouldn't even bring these two on. Obviously, I don't want to come on. We're playing that shit. Why should I play? No! Fuck off now! We're gonna concede more goals because of this cunt. This cunt can't defend for shit. Oh. Yeah, we've lost. We're gonna concede a hatful at this rate with this cunt coming on the pitch. Oh, great. Potter does not have the brains he's fucking born with. Way! Only one good side is actually bringing on a decent player. Oh, the other three can get fucked. Why would you want to bring Cucurella on? The guy is shit.
Chelsea beat themselves in certain situations tonight. This is the last throw of the dice.
Oh my! Ah! The guy's a cunt. This manager is a cunt. Even our fans are booing that substitution. This is a joke. This is a joke. Am I just seeing what I'm just seeing before my eyes? What I'm just seeing.
And then Ziyech for Mount.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Change is made.
Oh my, this is... Oh.
A little bit more than 10 minutes of normal time to go.
Yeah. 10 minutes of pure torture of a team that doesn't look like we're even going to have another good chance come a begging.
Jorginho. First touch for Gallagher.
Yeah, straight away, Conor Gallagher, you've only been on the pitch for literally 5 seconds and you nearly let a Fulham player through on goal. 5 seconds. Do you want to know what's even... I'm going to tell you this, and this is what... Do you want to know what's... The reason why I'm stressing out for the next 10 minutes is... Are you ready for this? Cucurella's come on for Chalobah, and Hall has come off for Chukwuemeka. So basically we're putting someone in defence who's not a defender. Chukwuemeka ain't a defender. And he's
energy in the forward positions.
Cleared away by Kepa.
And he's put Cucurella on the wrong side of the pitch. He has never played on that side of the pitch in his career. He's played on the opposite side, but Chukwuemeka is. Yeah, I think he took Kovacic off for Gallagher, and he took Mason Mount off for Ziyech. Fuck off!
Chelsea is trying to win the ball back and maybe relieve Ziyech.
Tom Kearney's found
The
some
the
space
the
in
only
behind
the only
West.
player I was actually only happy to see come on that pitch out of all the substitutions was Ziyech, because at least we got someone who can put a ball in the box and who can, on his good day, can actually provide something. But he never gets a chance to show us because he doesn't get played. Go on! Oh my god! Oh my god! That was shite. Chukwuemeka literally put Havertz through, and Havertz ran, and the ball went behind Havertz.
Starts with the injuries, but it's really positive.
Cucurella! Shoot! Oh my god, you gave it to the shittest player on our fucking team. We don't want him having the ball, we can't kick for toffee. Can this game be over so I can go and watch Napoli v Juventus, which will actually be actually a less stressful game to watch? Because this is just getting an embarrassment watching Chelsea week in, week out. What? I gotta have this. You always gotta clap this legend, because this guy is a fucking legend for us. William. I got a lot of respect for that guy. His football, I think that's the most important thing, but he has that little bit of something. And also, when Williams scored, he didn't celebrate at all against us. So it shows he's still got a lot of love for us, and that is good. Good player. Oh God, they bring on Solomon. I've never seen this guy actually play before, so it'd be interesting to see how this guy plays against us.
In the win against Leicester, he came on in the FA Cup at the weekend against Hull, and now he's back in for this Premier League match tonight against Chelsea. Confirmation of a yellow card in there for tossing Adarabioyo as well.
We are shy, we are shy, we are shy.
There's Mark Cucurella. Couldn't gather a pass that was back to him from Chukwuemeka. Make sure you're with us on Saturday morning. We start with early kick-off from 10 o'clock. We're live from Old Trafford. It's the Manchester derby between Manchester United and Manchester City. And the following weekend, you can see Liverpool against Chelsea.
Why do you want to let us know that Chelsea are playing Liverpool early when we already know we're going to go to Anfield and we're going to get an absolute battering by Darwin Núñez and Mo Salah shite?
Chelsea since coming off the bench, everything's gone through him. There's Cucurella's cross.
Oh my God! Azpilicueta! How have you missed that?
By Azpilicueta.
How?
Was that the chance for Chelsea?
Yeah, I think in the end, it's just a referee.
Do you know Kai Havertz tried to do a bicycle kick and absolutely failed?
And when they get in that final third in the box, they don't particularly look confident, but that was unlucky. And you can see.
And Azpilicueta did a shank shot and then he went in.
The referee had the flag up.
But it was offside anyway.
Chelsea 5 minutes away here from an 8th Premier League defeat this season.
Thank you, commentators, for letting us know how many defeats we've had this season. Who wants to fucking know? We don't. How embarrassing that that's going to be. That this is going to be defeat number 8.
That's too close to Kepa.
If we're not careful, we'll be below Leeds if we're not careful at this rate, and they're shite.
Chelsea team heading towards a third successive defeat and a seventh in 11 matches. There are still 20 league games left to play, but it...
No. Do not. Oh, why do you have to fucking go and say that? How many games are left?
Fulham closing in on a second win in 43 years against Chelsea.
It's real momentum now.
If the wrong way going on, we could literally,
Win a game.
potentially, we could lose 28 games. And at this rate, we're looking like we could lose every single game we fucking play.
Premier League table as well, unless they can do something about it. Crossed in by Cucurella.
And there's 20 games left.
By Tosin for the corner. Inside the
So if,
final 3 minutes.
and apparently from our position, we're only 10 points off of the top 4. Only 10.
It's going to be an outswinger.
Somehow, some way. Because it turns out, teams that are below us are playing even worse than what we are.
Back in by Koulibaly. That's Leno's ball.
And we play one of them on Sunday. We play Crystal Palace at home.
What you would say when you see them play, he makes a lot of changes, doesn't he, during games, Graham Potter? It's not for the want of trying. They've tried pretty much everything so far, and nothing really seems to suit them at the moment.
No, I agree. I think sometimes that's a little bit...
Well done.
Being able to
You're very
establish
quick, Dom.
relationships on the pitch because of the changes, because of...
This commentator's a cocky cunt. This commentator's very cocky.
That much lucky that
He said everything Graham Potter tries to do doesn't seem to work. Because he doesn't know what works.
Well-oiled machine there. We're always a very good team in every sense.
So he's a very cocky commentator.
The Champions League not that long ago, but this looks a far cry from that. It's a work in progress in every sense of the word.
There's definitely one game I do not want to come anytime soon, and that's against Dortmund. Because we'll get absolutely slaughtered in that game with what they've got in their squad.
He's seen a lot. They'll need players like him to keep everything straight in the dressing room. Into the final minute.
Gee, I still can't believe this. We've actually lost more games this season than we have won. And we have scored 21 goals and we have conceded 21 goals.
Pereira, there's another one of those trademark balls whipped into the Chelsea box. He produces them time after time. Who's your player of the match?
well, funny you should say that, Darren, but I think that Andreas Pereira has been my player of the match. I think that he's been involved in everything positive.
Andreas Pereira, your man of the match, folks.
He's in such good form and he plays in a position where he can get on the ball and pass it well and be creative for Fulham.
And he deserves it because he's had Chalobah literally the entire game in his pocket. But it's not that hard against us. Literally this entire Fulham team has had every player in their pocket. 6. Oh, there's still hope then. 6 minutes, still hope.
6 minutes to be added on.
I think having 6 minutes added on is quite generous to us.
7 points at this stage, and they're going to finish tonight on 25, looking up at lots of teams above them.
Yeah, because at this rate, we could end up having our worst finish to a season
Pivotal moment of the match.
since we had all that money coming.
Straight red card for a high challenge on Kenny Tete after Koulibaly had got them back
Since
on
2002.
very, very early into
This could
this
be one of
second
our
half.
lowest finishes ever,
Was Chelsea's best player to that point.
potentially, and it looks like it's going to be. And I'm just looking forward to next season when we can actually stop getting players in and we can actually play better.
Absolutely devastating for Chelsea.
And that manager
Going
fucks
forward.
off.
Reckless though.
Harry Wilson. Fulham still prepared to send players into the Chelsea box. Kearney.
Do you want to know what makes this? And this is what makes it even worse. This is Fulham's only 3rd win against us in 43 years. that's what makes it even more of an embarrassment, is when you see that stat.
They only won twice. They lost 5 matches, but since then only the 2 Manchester clubs have beaten them. And they're on
Go on!
7 out of 11.
Oh! You could have took a touch and ran further into goal. Havertz.
Kai Havertz took it early, and Leno's been equal to pretty much everything tonight.
Certainly has. He's such an important player for Fulham. I think he may have been onside there, Havertz, but struck it well. But Leno was certainly equal to anything that Chelsea's thrown at them tonight.
At this rate, we're going to be playing in the Championship.
Double change coming here now for Fulham. Dan James is one of them.
Oh, great! Oh, it gets even fucking worse to be on their speed demon. Oh, great!
For Chelsea.
They're bringing on their speed demon, Dan James.
Is coming on to finish things off at Craven Cottage.
None of our players are going to cope with him. That guy's got pace and pace.
Player of the match tonight, Andreas Pereira. His ability for dead balls.
And Nathaniel Chalobah, Chelsea, coming on. We never got a chance in the first team.
Winning goal was world class.
Absolutely, and I think not just when he's got the ball, I think out of possession he works so hard within this Fulham shape, and he's a vital player.
And there's something that Potter's not learned. Chelsea are getting caught out from set pieces more times than out.
Here's the big moment. The 2 subs combining. Pereira's cross.
Yeah, we can't do a cross and we can't do a header. Most of our goals seem to be done in from crosses and people headering.
Alexander Mitrovic, he did everything that Marco Silva asked of him.
Absolutely.
It's just embarrassing. Absolutely shocking.
Really hard. We're really pleased with his night's work.
I'm definitely looking forward to what our supporters have got to say. They've already said they're thinking of protesting against the manager, because I think the fans should.
The first thing that goes between players is communication.
Because if we can get the Super League to be gone, then we can go and get this manager gone.
Fascinated to hear what Graham Potter says to Des when he speaks to him a little
Oh,
bit later on.
right.
That big moment.
Graham Potter is basically going to say, oh, we played all right. He's going to make it like we've not played that bad, when theoretically we are. So he's basically lying it. He tries to make it the players have played good. He lies about everything, does Graham Potter.
On by Robinson. Fulham closing in. Tom Kearney. Solomon challenged over there by Gallagher. Launched forward by Thiago Silva. Probably puts it in a nutshell, really.
Absolutely. I was just about to say that. I'm just looking at Fulham. They've got such a high line still in the last minutes of this game, and they're still playing their way. They don't change.
Wilson to James. Kearney's coming in. Kearney coming onto it. Good goalkeeping, Kepa Arrizabalaga.
Our owner, Todd Bowling, must be laughing his head off, saying, what a bunch of waste of money I've spent on.
Off goes the pacey Dan James.
But it's basically his fault. He's the one who chose the manager.
Goal kick.
So he takes full responsibility for this, for how we're playing.
It's a night they're going to enjoy. Don't tend to beat Chelsea in West London derbies. And even without their main man tonight, Alexander Mitrovic, it looks like 3 more points on the board for Marco Silva and Fulham.
Fabulous night for Fulham. Good performance, a really painful night again for Chelsea.
It's Chukwuemeka on Kearney, it's a free kick. Smiles on the faces of the Fulham players down there on the bench, preparing to celebrate. With a troubled look on the face of Graham Potter, the Chelsea manager. He's a man searching for answers.
We want Potter out, say we want Potter out. We want Potter out, say we want Potter out. I'm surprised the fans have not gone and started singing at it games. Let him know what we feel.
Yellow yellow card for delaying the restart, which I'm pretty sure was shown to Chalabar. It was waved in the general direction of Tosin Adarabioyo, but he's on a yellow card already, so it has to be Chalabar. Away by Cucurella. Wilson. Chalabar. Up goes Adarabioyo. Time running out for Chelsea. Thiago Silva. Cucurella. Jorginho. There's the full-time whistle. Celebrations.
Full time, folks. Fulham 2, Chelsea 1. We just cannot win.
And that doesn't happen very often at all. But Chelsea's play deepens. The top four feels even further away. And their troubles under Graham Potter continue.
At this moment, and I even say this to everyone, I say this to my dad, I'm not blaming anyone at the club. The only person that's getting the blame is the manager, because it's him that makes the decisions. The players do what they have to do on the pitch. Most of this decisions come from the manager and the owner, and them two need to be the fools, need to take the blame, because it's him, an American cunt who doesn't know anything about football, who's going to pick just, oh, because the press have said this manager's good, oh, we'll pick him.
Heading home his first Premier League goal in the white of Fulham from a beautiful crossing from the right-hand side from the player of the match, Andreas Pereira.
And you know what? And you know what's even funny? And what makes it even funny? The players have gone and walked and not even gone and thanked the fans.
And now just 4 points off the Champions League places. What a season that
And what it does every time we do that, Asperqueta goes and tells them. And goes and literally tells them to go to the fans. They've spent money to come and watch you play. You go and thank them.
The Fulham players, the Fulham substitutes told a story at full time there. 2006 was the last
At the moment, our fans are being proper Chelsea Football Club. The players are not Chelsea Football Club. And that's not how we are. You fucking go away! You fucking go away, you cunt! You don't grab us! We fucking despise you, you cunt! Fuck off! Most of our fans are clapping the manager. Who would clap that cunt? I would not even clap that manager if he was the last person living on this planet.
Yeah, amazing story. I mean, we were here on the opening day, and they started right then. And
Hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you are new, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Napoli versus Juventus in Serie A. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification.